When I was this is sort of parenthetical, but when I was born in 1955, so I'm a child of the 60s, and my denomination, Christian denomination, was not unlike all the other Christian denominations. We were freaking out because one day the Bible says that there's going to be a one world government, and we're going to try and not get caught in a one world government, or we were going to get ready to get out of here before whatever it was. It was like this horrible thought that one day there would be an attempt at a one world government, and none of us realized we were smack dab in the middle of a one world government way back then, with the cabal controlling the earth, and none of us knew it.
No.
We just thought we were lobbying for freedom and that this would not happen in our lifetime, and we were right in the middle of it.
Think about George H.W. Bush when he talked about the New World Order.
Yeah.
Just go back to all of those politicians that talked about it. They were telling us that they are part of the global cabal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know the example I wanted to give. It just popped into my head, Steve, when I was talking about game theory, and I wanted to give just a basic example, which is that with this furlough, and 95% or maybe 92% of the bureaucracy has given money to the Democrat Party. Their out of office message, we are out of office due to this shutdown. Yeah. And here's game theory. What Russ Voigt had been doing is that it has been erasing their message, and the message that comes is due to the Democrats forcing this shutdown. And so they're getting that message across instead of it being
sort of
out of office message.
He sort of hacked it?
They didn't have to hack it. They're in control of the system. And so they are not allowing the employees to put their own out of office memo. Wow. They are putting that anyone that contacts any of the agencies, it's really clear that it is a Democrat caused shutdown. But that is also part of game theory.
Yeah. Do you have, Jen, any, I don't know if you can say, about rumors or what you understand or anything about how long this shutdown is going to proceed? I mean, it needs to be as long as it needs to be. If it needs to be 60 days so Trump can make some big decisions, I'm all for that. The impatient side of me would like to hurry up and get things going. But if it takes 60 days and then Trump has more power yet, let's take the 60 days. But what kind of things have you heard?
Well, Steve, why would you like it to get going?
Well, it was the old thinking that I addressed earlier, because then let's get this reset and let's get these different things that were promised to come along and new technologies. I don't have that like I used to have. There's probably a little bit of it left, but that's just because you want to get it done. That's all. But you're
all right. Look, the fact that it was only going to be for 8 weeks of this extension. If the Democrats had just voted, it would have been a continuing resolution for 8 weeks, and then the negotiations would have started. But Trump pushed them to this, and I have always said, I am all for the shutdown, because who are the essential, and why do we have anyone that's non-essential? Why do we need anyone that is non-essential?
Exactly.
And Russ Voigt is getting rid of those people, getting rid of those roles, getting rid of those jobs, because that is what is needed. Now, yes, you're hearing, Thune came out and said, well, the White House is entertaining the idea. Tell me, is Trump going to give in to the Democrats' request for $1 trillion? Here's the other part. Here's the other part about this. They were so stupid to have made that request for that money, because now that they're not giving the money to the states, what these states did was they used federal funds to provide health care for the illegals through their Medicaid of the state. Oh, guess what? Can't be done. Can't be done. So you've got to look at these moves that are happening, and they are leading us to exactly the many of the end goals or the markers or the objective for that stage of this situation. It couldn't be better. It couldn't be
yeah,
better.
and so to repeat, what I think you're saying is you are, and I'm there now, but you are almost excited that we would take the whole 60 days and then Trump takes over in a much more, because that somehow or other, that negotiation or some law, I don't really know where he gets the authority after 60 days to fire everybody that needs to be fired. Where does that come from? Is that a constitutional thing, or?
The Supreme Court, I believe, ruled in his favor to introduce to fire at will. People they're at will employees, which they hadn't been. So there's that. But also, what is he trying to do? He's trying to bring the National Guard into the different cities.
Yeah.
Do you know why? They're going into the they're going into the dumbs. They're going into the tunnels. There are tunnels out from Chicago leading to New York and across the Canadian border.
Crazy.
They are pushing that so they can find them. So again, people are not looking at the fact that there are executive orders in place that give him the right to do these things.
Yeah.